know they can still net themselves that Ezreal for Shubin. Or maybe not actually, could just be going for a completely different style here.
Different direction potentially, but DMO have plenty of options available to them. Quite often we'll see a jungler locked in very early on in the draft. There's no pressure to lock in an AD carry right now. Could go for that on the 3rd pick.
Yeah, I think going for a jungler here could work out pretty well for them, although maybe leaving this for a later rotation, so the potential to see what Ning is going towards, because as we talked about, Ning's most played champion has been that Lee Sin. Xiaopeng loves this Rek'Sai pick, so might be opting to see, hey, maybe we can sneak in this Rek'Sai versus Lee Sin matchup.
Misfortune going to be the lock-in here, which is an AD carry that really has fallen out of favor. We have seen Shubin play it one time, but it's not meta anymore.
It does well against Aphelios, because the way Aphelios wants to play fights is to get in aggressive, be in the thick of things, but Misfortune makes it very difficult to do that because of the bullet time, and especially if you're trying to engage onto DMO, a bullet time across the top can keep Puff out of that fight.
Well, we have Ning, though, on his comfort pick of the Lee Sin, and that means that this Rek'Sai from Xiaopeng, it's his signature, and it also was a great matchup against Lee.
And that's what we're expecting to see here again, as Xiaopeng tried to dictate the pace of this jungle matchup. I mean, as much as we tried to sing our praises for Ning in our opening segment, it wasn't quite coming to fruition in this series so far. He's going to have a tough matchup here once again.
I'm curious what Ning is going to have up his sleeves, because he knows that Xiaopeng likes this Rek'Sai. He still went for that Lee Sin anyway with the Rek'Sai open. He knew this matchup was coming. He's opted into this one. DMO, though, now continue to ban on towards Rookie.
So we'll be looking to keep those bans rolling. I mean, look, we've seen every team start to prioritize bans towards Rookie. The most banned against IG is the Syndra and the LeBlanc. I was actually surprised to a certain extent to see it slip through that first draft phase, but with that priority on AD carries, it's starting to make more sense. There's a Twisted Fate ban gone as well. Rookie's going to be again moving down into the champion pool to see what he can bring to the forefront.
Twisted Fate removed. Ornn has been removed from Chalitza as well. So a lot of these big team fight ultimates being taken away from the top laner of DMO. And when you look at his champion pool, now we're getting to the picks that he's only played once.
And I feel like if we look towards DMO, well, IG here, I suppose, could ban it away, but I'd like to see the Wukong locked in here. I think getting the counter pick for Twilight is far more important in this matchup. We saw Chalitza go for the Wukong early, and then we saw the Shy going for Volibear, not able to win out in that matchup thanks to Xiaopeng. So potentially going towards that once again could work out and set up for this super nice combo between the Misfortune and also this Wukong knockout.
So the Volibear being hovered right here. We've seen Volibear locked in for the top lane blind many times already in the LPL. But the Shy, I'm sure, has something up his sleeves. We've seen Renekton as a potential counter. There are some other picks I'm sure that can work as well. I'm excited to see what the Shy will bring out, knowing he's going up against the Volibear.
Could you imagine if it was the Shy of all people to bring out that Shen pick? I mean, we know the Shen is there. I feel like it's not going to be the Shy. He wants to try and just beat out in lane, but we'll have to see what the side to go for. Rookie is going to take that Azir. And this is saying, okay, okay, that's a throwback. So looking to try and play at range here. So a lot of the ways you want to try and play against the Volibear is avoiding the Sky Splitter, which you can do with the hop on Gnar, and as well try and keep him slowed down, which you can also do with the Boomerang. So I think the Shy going for the Gnar here could work super well and set up for this team fight orientated fight that IG want to go for, especially for the likes of this Aphelios, who might struggle a little bit to try and get into these fights. Having a Gnar who can wallop people back and get them either against the wall or back into the thick of Aphelios and the Azir soldiers could work out pretty well.
I am excited for this top lane pick. It's a long old while since I saw a Gnar in the top lane, but it's one of my favorite picks to watch because of that massive team fight ultimate. And as you rightly say, if he can land that ult onto lots of people, there is a ton of follow-up from Puff and Rookie there. On the other side of the board, though, we've got DMO here, Chalitza bringing the Volibear to the top lane. We have a good amount of scaling across that team as well.
We do. The Corki is kind of the scaling component of this DMO side, but it's definitely a comp that turns online a little bit sooner because you're looking on the double Triforce spike coming from the Volibear and the Corki, plus that Essence Reaver IB build from the Misfortune. So DMO again looking to run away with this from the early to the mid game before the Aphelios and the Azir come online. So when I'm looking at Invictus Gaming, again, that scaling component here, we'll have to see if they're able to hold the reins a bit steadier this time so DMO don't just win out early.
We'll have to see, but honestly, IG haven't really drafted for that. they've definitely gone towards this later scaling once again. My big question is, what can we see out of Baolan as we head into this one? He's going to be on the Nautilus, so can be aggressive, can set up for plays for IG, and step in once more onto the LPL stage, essentially as home. I'm excited to see him returning to the squad, see if he can bolster the early game, bolster the team fighting that we see out of IG.
And on the Nautilus as well, the engaged supports that Baolan liked, making these plays, and I'm excited to see if he can do so towards this bottom lane as well. It is going to be a little bit difficult for IG to find lanes to play around, though. Mid lane, it's difficult to try and set up anything as a Nazir and a Lee Sin onto a Corki. In that bottom lane as well, the Misfortune and Thresh will have a lot of priority there, and you will lose out if it ends up in a 3v3. So for IG, and especially for Ning, it might be a little bit too much of an ask for him to try and find these early game plays to disrupt Xiaopeng.
It's going to be difficult for IG to play around the early game. I will say, though, in that top side, hang on, the Colonel really likes DMO's comp, apparently, in our Kentucky Fried chart down at the bottom of your screen. But I want to talk about this Gnar Volibear matchup. Now, Dagda, I'm sure that this is a matchup you've not necessarily been researching, because it's a while since I've seen Gnar, and Volibear's only just come into competitive play. But Gnar is a ranged top laner, mostly. And I can imagine that being able to dodge away from the lightning passive coming out from Volibear could be a really good thing. Exactly,
and that's the way you want to try and play against Volibear. A lot of the champions that we look at that are quote-unquote good or counters to Volibear are champions that can use an ability to move around that Sky Splitter when you see it, and also champions that can try and avoid getting either into auto-attack range with them, or once you do, having those dodge abilities to avoid it, like the Jax and the Shen. So what the Shy is going to be looking to do here is continuously poke out Chalitza, not give him the opportunity to try and heal up as much as he would like with the W on the Volibear, but also being able to slow him, being able to dodge away from a lot of what DMO's Chalitza is looking to do.
Both taking a good chunk in this trade in the bottom side, but it's now going to be turned back onto Shubin. Nicely done by Baolan. Good double up, though, from Shubin at the end of that trade.
I'm really excited about this bottom lane here. There you go. You can see the poke coming in, but I'm really excited about this bottom lane for Shubin and Yui. I think they're doing a really strong job of working together, especially as we talked about Yui only just coming in off of DMO Youth. So not a huge amount of time that these guys will have played massively together, although Shubin, of course, also only just promoted from DMO Youth. It's a bit of a messy situation between Helper, Mitsuki, Shubin, Yui. It's a bit all over the place right now.
And it's such a dramatically different matchup in the support roles this time as well, as Xiaopeng moves into this mid lane, but he's not going to be looking for an actual gank here, just trying to allow some pressure for Twyla. Chalitza continues to get bullied. But the matchup in that bottom lane, we talked about, it was Yui versus Reheal as like debut moments for both of these supports. Now, Yui, because he passed that test, has to go up against a world champion instead.
I'm watching, sorry, where Ning is going. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ning can do a huge amount here. Xiaopeng is down bottom side.
Yeah, going for this one. Dive from Rookies underneath the tower. One more shot and finish him. Ning goes under the tower, but he flashed for it. Surely he goes down. No! He survives to the minions.
Just about it in top lane.
Oh, the Shy flashes away, but he gets solo killed by Chalitza. What is happening?
Welcome to early game. I love seeing this aggressive plays. Twyla just getting a little bit too poked out by Rookie. He's gone for this Arcane Comet, a more aggressive laning phase ruining the Azir, but Chalitza, oh no, Shy!
No way does he win this one. The Shy's in trouble, but Ning has arrived. Chalitza doesn't have flash, and this will be turned around. Ning, MVP right now.
Definitely so. I didn't expect a huge amount out of Ning. We talked about the poor matchup. How Xiaopeng has done such a good job in his past two series, or at least this one included, in tracking the enemy jungler. But now, Ning is everywhere on the map and finding success for IG after the Shy not being able to hop away from that play.
And that was just pure confidence from Chalitza. He was like, look, you ain't got mega form, you're not tanky, I can one-shot you before you can get away.
And you can even see that Chalitza's gone for this press the attack. He is so burst heavy when he gets on top of this Gnar. And the thing is, the Shy, although he has gone for fleet footwork to try and avoid Chalitza a little bit, he's not getting the opportunity with how fast this Volibear is.
Chalitza going to drop a ward on his way out, so if Ning tries to make a play towards the top side, it will be spotted this time. As everyone kind of returns to normalcy in their lanes once more. Rookie been doing a great job in that mid lane. I'm really impressed by Chulitza in that top side, finding himself a kill there, but mostly impressed by Ning here, considering how hard Xiaopeng won this jungle matchup in game number 1.
I'm upset for Twyla, though. I was expecting him to be able to survive this laning phase a little bit more. The poke way too heavy from Rookie.
Yui moves in, but not going to be there in time, and actually has to drop a control ward. That is going to be cleared by Rookie, so a little bit unfortunate for him. His Xiaopeng moves in as well to try and pressure. They're just buying time for Twyla, who's moving into the lane.
You're giving a lot of information over to IG, though. You know Xiaopeng's on top side. You're going to have Rookie who's able to back and teleport in towards this play. You know Twyla's only got a tier, so IG will start up this dragon knowing that they've got an advantage if the fight comes, and exactly where Xiaopeng is.
So it is going to be Ning that grabs this dragon for the side of IG, and they have started things off incredibly strong. Let's just bear in mind, they've got a massive CS lead in the top lane and in the mid lane. They've got 2 kills, and they've got themselves a 1,000 gold lead. Xiaopeng, though, wants to move in here. The Shy is in Mega Gnar form. He's going to find a stun, but there's a flash knock-up. Chulitza jumps in as well. They don't quite have the damage, though, and they can't tank the tower.
Now, not with him turning Mega. He's just got too much health.
Oh, Rookie's going for this one in the Emperor's Divide. Twyla
Nowhere to
trapped in a
go.
little prison, locked away, and Rookie stands laughing at the core key. There's nothing Twyla can do on this one, as Rookie will finish the kill, and in such a stylish way.
It is Rookie again with the solo kills. This guy has the most amount in the LPL from spring, most amount in the LPL in summer, and he's just added another one to that tally. This is not what we wanted from DMO, where Twyla is unfortunately sinking the ship of the hopes and dreams of DMO winning this series.
And this is what I was worried about in game number 1. I said it at the end of game number 1, please give us another game like that, DMO, but so far, IG is showing up and showing us why they have such a huge reputation.
And we started to see such good things out of Twyla, which is why we had started to hope that, beyond hope really, that Twyla had started to turn things around, that Rookie wouldn't just come in and body him. Now though, it's 2 kills on this Corki that are setting up a strong early game for IG. And when we talked about IG wanting to scale into that later portion of the game, well, they've already got a dragon under their belt, so not under much pressure to try and go for these early drakes, because they've already at least deferred that for another few minutes in the later portion of the game. And as well, IG are just picking up gold galore on this mid lane.
I love that neither of the bot laners have actually recalled so far this game. They're up to 70 CS each, and we're finally going to... No, in fact, the recall's cancelled. Shubin stays in the bottom lane. No items ever going to be coming through for our AD carries here.
The thing is, though, that benefits Shubin more than it does Puff, especially if you start to see a 5-man scrap around this Rift Herald. Puff, though, will be back in now. They're not going to just stick around in this bottom lane and hope that they can just fight it out towards the Rift Herald. So, sorry, I was watching just how much damage the Shy was about to do here, but yeah, I think here you're going to get some nice items on towards Shubin, and I think still Shubin, having hit that level 6 portion, will be super favored when we get towards this Rift Herald fight that everyone is moving towards.
Yeah, you can see everyone's here except for Shubin. He's going to be a little bit late to this party. There's Xiaopeng already here, as is Ning, and the supports on the scene as well. It's only going to be Shubin that's late here, and I think that might just be long enough for IG to secure this.
And this is the same thing we saw in the last game, right? With Shubin being a little bit too late to the party, and now IG this time in game number 2, though, won't find a fight afterwards, and will be able to get away from here scot-free with DMO committing so many members towards the top side as well. They're not even able to trade it for turret plates in that bottom end.
And that's just unfortunate, honestly, for DMO, because they don't gain anything, right? They're just late to this one. They are SVP'd for the party, but now the host is mad at them. Like, everything's just gone a little bit wrong. Their food's gone cold. They didn't even bring beer, which is just a faux pas.
And now
honestly.
they're at the wrong table as well, because, you know, Jenny came in and she took their spot. It's just like...
I hate Jenny. So
classic
annoying.
Jenny, to be honest.
Moving on, let's talk about the game here, because DMO moved back to that bottom side. But importantly, like, had Shubin just gone bot there, like, we still have the same situation where IG gets the Herald, but at least Shubin could have managed to get some tower plates for himself, something along those lines. It's just the fact that DMO didn't get to trade anything.
And let's look at how... Oh, actually, I'm watching the Vampiric Scepter for the Shy going the Blade of the Rune King in this top lane matchup, which, again, is nice, but more of a split push-orientated build. And I don't mind this because when you look at the rest of IG, the other 4 members, well, Puff, well underway, got that BF sword already completed. Rookie's been accelerated as well thanks to the kill and the CS lead that he's picked up. So when we talked about that 2-item power, well, sorry, that Triforce power spike for DMO, it's not as strong.
Twyla is going to be able to Valk away from Rookie. I love the sheer aggression you see out of IG. Twyla just happens to be at his wolves. Did a rocket to the blue buff from as far away from as safe as physically possible and still nearly gets caught by IG.
Nowhere is safe from IG, it looks like, in this game. A 2,000 gold lead about to open up with all these turret plates. And you see as well, Xiaopeng unfortunately hasn't been able to find the same success he has against DDG and in game number 1 to keep Ning in check. And Ning has done a great job at getting that first kill towards mid, returning that kill in the top lane for the Shy. So overall, the better jungler right now is definitely Ning in this game.
And it's important as well because when we looked at this matchup, we were like, look, Ning has picked into this Rek'Sai as the Lee Sin. He's picked knowing that this is the comfort pick for DMO. And so far, so good, because he's going to find himself with yet another dragon on top of everything else. He was the catalyst that started everything off for IG already. And it's all gravy right now for IG.
And you can't do anything as DMO. Twyla's so far behind that the power spike we're talking about, where you can go into Manamune, get the Triforce, and start working in tandem with Chalitza, picking up these super aggressive bruiser items. Well, that's gone out the window now. So this timing portion where you had a super strong DMO is gone a bit skew-ways, and Twyla now step back. I mean, Shubin is going to be trying to be the main carry in these fights, but these fights aren't happening for them either because IG are taking dragons, they're taking Rift Heralds, and you're not getting a chance as DMO to fight.
Well, the Shy's in trouble once again. He's going to be Mini Gnar, hops away here, but in comes the Rek'Sai to try and find and knock up Ning. Arrives at the last possible second, and Shy goes mega to turning this fight around. Down goes Xiaopeng, and Chalitza will be chased. You can't get away from Ning as he finds himself the hat trick.
So well played by IG. The Shy just about able to get that mega bar filled to turn it around, and Ning double man kick to seal the deal.
Beautifully done here. Now Rookie arrives back in the mid lane, and IG close their jaws down around DMO because Yui has been found in the jungle, or maybe it's Baolan who's found actually Ignite, taking one more auto would do the job here from Shubin. Has to heal to get close enough, but you know what? We'll still take the kill there now. Going up to answer the Shy in this top side.
The problem, though, is the Shy is already taken a huge amount of these turret plates, so even though we're looking at this 1-1-2 scoreline, pretty far ahead when it comes to the CS department, that's not even taken into account all that extra gold that is got from these plates. IG are looking so damn good in this game.
The Shy is doing a really good job of trying to bait these fights so far this game. We keep on seeing it as Ning moves in. Rookie as well, feeling a bit of pressure. And at least we are seeing a bit more of an answer here from DMO to this pressure we're seeing in the top side.
Chalitza's down in the bottom lane trying to see if he can shove in. Does have the teleport to join in. And Shy a little bit late on this roam down, so the chance here for Chalitza to take maybe a turret play for himself just before those go down in a minute's time. But overall, IG definitely in control of this map, and you can see the vision control they're starting to get as well. It's going to make it very difficult for DMO to try and catch them out, get some of these picks that maybe could bring them back into this game.
We're going to have Chalitza rolling away from that one. Siren's on. He's found a donut. But we are going to see now IG starting to group up around this mid lane. Baolan wants to make a dive happen, and Twyla is not going to be happy with the result of this one. Has flash available for himself, but I think realizing... Oh! The Q misses! I think they've still got this one.
Run!
But, I mean, what can you do? Everyone's here.
Slight misstep from Ning, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. They're still getting these plays. They're still running around the map, making it very painful for DMO. And this was honestly what we expected coming into game number 1. But IG, as he talked about Munch, always wake up in game 2.
And it's a little heartbreaking to see, especially if you're a DMO fan. I know all 12 of you are going to be devastated about this one. But yeah, IG very much back on top of things here in game number 2. Now heading towards a 4,000 gold lead at this 14-minute mark. You can see a lot of that in those turret plates. But this third Drake could be a catalyst for some action, because he mentioned the Triforce power spikes for the side of DMO. Those Triforce are hopefully going to start to come in soon.
I think you're a long way off at this stage. Twyla went for the Manamune first, so that Triforce is slightly delayed on top of that Manamune being delayed. You still haven't got the Triforce completed for Chalitza, so he's not at a super strong point just yet. And even that first item hasn't been finished for Shubin either. They may have an opportunity to back quickly and finish off some of these items before the dragon spawns, but honestly, IG are so far ahead, I don't think it matters.
Oh, Twyla. I mean, what more can you say? Twyla is basically doing his best of the Shy impression this game.
Yeah, it has not been looking good, and Twyla, after what had been so many good games in a row from him, where he really was attempting to be the carry for DMO, now finds himself as a dead weight, sitting 0-4 right now.
Now, Chalitza has to try and find some kind of opportunity for himself. The Shy's turning Mega, and you don't win that trade anymore. Forced away from this one, does find himself the shield, but ultimately doesn't win the trade. In the meantime, IG finding objectives on the map.
And you are getting this Rift Herald, you're going to get some decent damage on this bottom lane turret as well, as the Shy transforms back into Mini now and can get some chip damage here. So IG, like, you're running away with this. Top turret isn't even going to survive another push.
This is the thing about IG, right? If they do get the first couple of kills in the game, they just roll over people. You don't get to even try anymore in the game once IG finds themselves a lead, because they will just make play after play after play after play. Speaking of which, the Shy is currently diving onto Chalitza, turns it around with an ult, and will keep himself safe. Xiaopeng has moved down, but Rookie's here too, and chases the Rek'Sai away.
A lot of soldiers there, but Rookie, I don't think you want to stick around. A lot of DMO were moving across, but looks like they're going to back away instead to clear out mid lane. Dragon, uncontested right now, thanks to that play to the Shy, so that's going to go over towards IG. I mean, look, Much, how do you try and do anything here? Ning has been everywhere in this game, and it's been DMO who are trying desperately to figure out where the entire map has gone.
We have seen the polar opposite of game number 1 here, as IG, especially Ning, stepping up massively to win out the matchups, and Xiaopeng really struggling on the Rek'Sai to have any impact anywhere. And he has been a part of plays. This is none of the plays have worked out.
And I mean, look, we talked about Bellland coming in and kind of getting back to that old 2018 form. Not going to have Jackie Love around anymore, but still, this is Ning performing incredibly well. IG looking like they know how to move around the map and not getting caught out in situations that they have been previously. So overall, this is looking like a pretty upgraded IG.
Just feeling good here. I mean, I don't want to get too excited because they are against DMO. While DMO did manage to beat EDG, they are still second from last on the standings. So there's a long way before we can start to consider DMO as like
after game 1, I'm going to
to
take this as a pretty big success for IG, all right?
I mean, sure. But I don't know, it's IG game 1, right? I feel like we're getting to a theme here where every single time, every single series, we get one game from IG that's just notch a little bit more into the eye. It's 1G. It's just you get 1G and then you move on from there. Oh dear, it was kind of the same in the last split as well. The Shy steps up. He's not actually going to be able to get the tower for himself here. Nicely done by Twyla just to clear the wave. But ultimately, if Twyla sticks around here, he's going to die.
Yeah.
One thing is worth mentioning, despite the fact that Bowland has been very aggressive on this Nautilus, he's only got 1 assist. He's actually been a part of very few of these plays.
I mean, a lot of them have been through Ning. We talked about those early game plays. Even Rookie getting the solo kill, the Shy putting pressure with solo plays as well. So a lot of this, again, is, well, IG doing what IG do best. Individual performers standing out and making it a nuisance for any enemy team.
And you know what? It's not many teams that have the ability to camp mid in the same way that you see side lanes camped, right? Because when we look at mid lane, it's not usual to see people diving tier 2s and diving tier 1s so early in the game. But IG, they can make that happen because Rookie can do just unbelievable things. They're going to continue in this mid lane as I'm talking here, as they take themselves a tier 2.
On your point, though, I think a lot of this problems do lie with Twyla, because you shouldn't have been that low in this matchup already so that they could dive that mid lane. You should be getting caught out where Rookie can go for these solo kills onto you in your own jungle. It felt like this was a lot of missteps from Twyla that started the snowball mid, got Ning rolling, and again, I mean, Ning did get that good play top, but it felt like once those couple of kills went over, IG were like, right, we're good to go.
We're not going to quite have a fight just yet. Rookie just looking for some damage here. And you've gone for a negative path there, Dagda. I'm going to go for the positive option here. Rather than it being a problem with Twyla, I'd say it's a solution with Rookie, because he's got himself a lane bully. and he knows how to use and
Azir
abuse
isn't
every
really a lane
single-
bully.
Look,
Come on.
if it works for my story, I'm going to say it, okay? Yui just get himself a shield, but Baolan's supportal combat. There's a stopwatch, though. So Yui's still somehow surviving. Rookie finally shuts him down. 1-for-1 on the supports here. But you know what? IG don't really care.
Yeah, Balan going a bit too far there. He's like, I'm back, baby. Oh, God, I'm still in the middle here. I need to take it a little bit more safe.
He's looking to make sure that his KDA at the end of the game is exactly 1. That's his goal by the looks of things.
He's doing a good old job of it, I'll say. But we do have this dragon that's about to spawn in minute 15. IG are going to 100% get this. They're 8,000 goal ahead of DMO in this game. They are the late game scaling composition. DMO will have been doing a decent job, and fair play to Yui to try and make these plays. But unfortunately, you're just so far behind at this point that it's not really an option for you to try and fight.
I love how we get a replay. It comes up saying fight. I'm like, are we really going to call that a fight? That was more just Baolan catching himself out and Yui catching himself out. Both of them use a stopwatch. The Colonel...
I think that's the highest number I have ever seen.
I saw a 97% the other day.
Yeah.
This is 97.8%.
Yeah.
This is even worse than that one. He reckons that there is a 2.2% chance that DMO can do anything in this one.
You're saying there's a chance, Munch.
All I'm saying is there's a chance, Dagda. Jim Carrey, where are you now? We need you.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need to see DMO don a different mask, because that is not working for them right now with all the poke from IG.
And this positioning is feeling dumb and dumber against an Azir. Chalitza goes in, though, and pops Rookie. It's not going to matter, is it? There's a few kills going the way of IG. Shubin flashes away, keeps himself safe, so he's going to protect his KDA slightly, but IG, actually, they're not going to try and just force the issue. I was expecting them to just run at the base, but instead, they could get themselves a Soul and a Baron.
The thing is, it's only 22 minutes into the game. The death timers aren't long enough for them to go for the base. So look, as you said, they get the dragon. They can now move over with a beautiful Soul point.
What? Why? Shubin, where were you for this to happen? Because the Shy didn't even flash. I want to see a replay of that.
I'm sure we'll get one. Either way, our observers cut off, we're cut off, but DMO are getting cut off from their chances of victory. This is where I want to see the Colonel come back up and tell me what these chances are.
0%.
Yeah, I think this is a very changed situation we're going into right now.
This has been something. Let's take another look, though, because they got Rookie at least.
Yeah, it looked, well, Rookie trying to make the play, and people, as you talked about, getting themselves caught out. I think that was another one. Chalitza does a good job to get onto the back line, but the rest of the team is being destroyed by Puff and the Shaw. Oh, we don't get a replay of how Shubin died.
I'm actually a little bit heartbroken. Maybe we'll get like one of those little corner replays or something. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's be honest. It's not actually that important. If we don't get a replay, it won't be the end of the world, because I'm not sure it's going to influence.
I'm going to lose sleepovers.
Yeah?
Yeah. I won't be able to sleep for days.
I've got some melatonin in the house if you want some sleep.
I won't be able to sleep till Saturday.
I know it's going to be stressful not knowing how Shubin died.
Won't be able to sleep until Saturday, because not only will I not know how Shubin died, but there's not going to be no more LPL.
That's true.
This is our days.
Well, there is going to be LPL.
There will be LPL. We just won't be here to bring it to you. Sad times.
But on the upside, it does mean we get to go for a pint tonight.
That does. That is the truth.
Bevies with the boys. Hang on, we've got a hook here, Baolan.
Oh, yeah, League of Legends.
Yeah, there is still actually League of Legends happening. I don't know if you guys at home were aware of that. But, well, if you could call this League of Legends. I'm not sure if this really qualifies anymore, because this is 18 rated at this point, the way that IG are manhandling DMO. This is going to be the base fall into tatters. And, I mean, Twyla's gone in. He's trying to make the play. It's not worked out, Dagda.
There was an attempt. I will give him the attempt. A for effort, F for failure.
You know what, Dagda? You take the play-by-play for this one.
Well, this is going to be the hook landing. The box will go down to Ning, but it's the double kill already for the Gnar. There's going to be nowhere but home for DMO to retreat to, and I don't even know if that place is safe. Rookie poking away, and the hook will land. There's a little bit of a comeback there. Paolan will fall. But it's all said and done. IG have nothing. Analyst death segment, Munch, you're away.
Well, I think the most important thing about that play to take away from this one is the way that the team coordinated with one another.
Like that.
That's what I would talk like if I was an analyst. You don't have a Yorkshire accent.
Was that a Yorkshire accent? I wasn't sure.
Everything I say is a Yorkshire